this team going forward. Like I said, watch Karl Anthony Towns. He should have a good night tonight. Portland's front line is not that good. You have Plumlee, Ed Davis, Vonleh. They're not exactly the most fearsome group of guys in the front line. And another problem with Portland is that CJ McCollum scored 37 points in the opener. Couldn't miss from anywhere on the court. He has scored 31 points in his last 2 games while missing 24 of his last 37 shots. He hasn't been shooting the ball consistently. And Damian Lillard, is Damian Lillard, has found his game, has found his scoring touch. But I think for Portland win tonight, they're going to have to get a huge game from Lillard. If Lillard gives his team a huge game, we're talking 35 points, a bunch of assists, and gets his teammates involved, and they can find somebody else to score. Maybe McCallum can find some scoring range. Maybe find Gerald Henderson. Somebody has to score and give this team at least 20 points and have some kind of interior presence. Otherwise, the running Wolves, the young pups are going to get down the court and run up and down the court. And really, if they're going to run up and down the court, that's going to be a long night for Portland because they don't have the depth. I mean, if Towns gets out in the open, as well as you have Wiggins, you have Shabazz Muhammad, you have Ricky Rubio running the show. If this team gets out and runs, it's going to be a long night for Portland. And like I said, when it's all said and done, I'm taking the Wolves tonight. Especially it's at home. It's an emotional game. It's the first home game of the season. And like I said, everything with Flip Saunders and it's been no rival with Panther and he passed away last week. It's going to be one nice game. I like the Wolves at home. So, you let me know 407-378-3717. We're going to go into our fantasy basketball segment with Jay Waddell, who's also known as Mr. Draftaholics as well too. He still over his fantasy list for Monday. Some of the guys he's looking at and so taking chances too. He had a solid weekend on guys. You check out he kind of changed the format a little bit. First couple pick this entire team. Now last couple nights he's shown you which guys take, which guys not to take. We want to go over this card for tonight. On list tonight, you look at especially game of drafting. The guys he has us tonight. Hold on, pulling up his list right now. He has. While we're getting this list pulled up, let's look at some other, like I said, look at some other news and notes from over the weekend. DeMarcus Cousins left Saturday night's game with an Achilles injury. It shouldn't be nothing serious. He should be going fine going forward. Not much to look at. Like I said, not much to affect him fantasy wise. It would have been a different story for the Kings on Friday night if he would have played, but he did have 15 and 9 points before he left out the game with the injury. So as we're pulling up his list now, basically Jay has gotten the list. If you've never been to NBAFCP.com, take a look at the website. Basically, different categories. Your undeniables. Basically, the undeniables are you should have at least one of these guys in your lineups. So tonight, his undeniable lineup and guys you got to have. If you're taking point guards, you got Russell Westbrook at 10-3. Eric Bledsoe's a 2 guard at 7,500. LeBron James at 9,700. Blake Griffin at 9,800 and Marc Gasol at 8,000 are his undeniables tonight. Those are guys you're going to have to, if you're going to take one at those positions, those are the main ones you want to start your whole team around. Also, guys you want to maybe look out for, Jarrett Jack as a sleeper, as well as Aminu, who we just talked about a few minutes ago, and Karl Anthony Towns, who we talked about as well too. Guys that could be long shots. If Dwight Howard's not playing tonight, Clint Capella could be the guy. But we all know that, like I said, Dwight Howard is supposed to play tonight. It's the second in the back-to-back. And with a second end of the back-to-back being said, Howard will be in the lineup for Houston tonight going forward. And he's not going to play. The question is, how many minutes is Dwight Howard going to give them? And is his knee at 100%? Like I said, final few minutes to show 407-378-3717. And we're talking NBA with you for the last few more minutes here on the morning tip-off. Also, check out our website, www.nbafcpradio.com. So many different articles, so many different stories going on that we posted. Some great piece of work from Donald Beal, who gave his version of a Halloween tale for the teams that are 0-2 and 0-3. That was up over the weekend. Jason Cook's article on inspiration, because when you watch the NBA, it's all about inspiration. It inspires people to do great things, and his article pretty much kind of summed it all up. It was a kind of a short piece, but it summed up how the emotion in the NBA goes forward and how it makes everybody emotional. Things like Steph Curry shooting the basketball and LeBron James' ability to do things among heights, and how it brings everybody together. You have guys chasing championships. Very good piece to read as well too. Also check out Paul Meyer's piece on his series, the historical breakdowns. He has part 5 coming up today, where he's going through the top 10 players in the NBA and just pretty much comparing them to other players. Mark Johnson has a great article this week on his newest prospect, which is Chris Dunn, combo guard from Providence College. the Big East. Big time scorer. I wonder where he's going to end up in the NBA. Where does he fall upon? You also have, like I said, pieces coming out for myself this week. I'll be releasing my power rankings tomorrow morning. It'll be released right after after the morning tip off in the morning, and we'll get into it more in tomorrow night's show. But my power rankings, which will be every Tuesday morning, will be out tomorrow morning. It's going to be some interesting. I mean, where I rank every team, would put a sentence down by every single team, but I will rank all 30 teams in the NBA from top to bottom. This should be something to pretty much get a nice little discussion going forward. So, you know, on the website, we have so many different things going on. Also, want to give a shout out to our good friends at Hoop Culture who are opening up their brand new store in Fashion Square Mall on Saturday. I will be out there. They'll be having basketball clinics and also, also a free T-shirt if you spend anything in the store, $17. Also, to getting a $200 gift card away. And if you can't make it, check out their website, hoopculture.com, because if you put in type in the word radio, get a nice little discount. That's our way of saying thank you for listening to the show Full Court Press and also supporting our friends at Hoop Culture. Look out for Jim Phuket Realty as well too if you're looking for a home in the Orlando area. Also, our good friends at Action Parks in Orlando Water Sports Park, very good place to go look at waters. Also, Sofo LC, you're looking to expand your reach with social media and marketing. Check those guys out, and as well as our good friends at Late Night Parents. If you're looking for some dad advice, good parenting advice, as well as some good articles and good reads, check them out on Twitter on the web at www.latenightparents.com, as well as Late Night Parents on Twitter. And also, if you're looking for somebody to follow who's pretty funny, he's not in the best of moods this morning, follow at the real Ted Hicks, because he's a Mets fan like myself, and it was a rough night for the Mets last night. Big stories going into the morning. Like I said, some things talk about the water cooler. Kobe Bryant, he says right now he is the 200 best player in the NBA. Article came out by Sekou Smith right now on NBA.com. You know, Kobe's response to what's been going on, and I quote, is, "If I can make a damn shot, that would help." Pretty much they asked Kobe after the game last night. He's struggling. The competitive nature, it's not working right now. I don't know if it's Kobe Bryant. I think it's more Byron Scott's rotations. He's playing guys that shouldn't be being played. Ryan Kelly was in the rotation last night. Huertas, the point guard from overseas, was in the rotation last night. It's been confusing for the Lakers. They can't seem to figure it out right now. And I really think the best move could be bringing D'Angelo Russell off the bench and moving Kobe back to the two. I'm not a big fan of Kobe at the at the three right now, because really Kobe's athleticism is not where it should be right now, and I think he's still coming back. He's not hitting shots. And another thing for Kobe is I think he has to get to the basket early. If he starts start looking for a jump shot early, it's not going to work. I think he needs to start getting to the basket more, start drawing more fouls, because really right now Bryant is 16 of 51 in his first 3 games, including a 29 from the 3-point range. Kobe's shooting more 3-pointers than he's shooting jump shots. I mean, if more than half his jump shots have been 3-pointers, that's a problem. We all know Kobe's not the best 3-point shooter in the league. Not saying he's terrible at it, but he's not a guy that you want taking 29 of his 51 shots to be from the 3-point line. Also, other news and good storylines to go with going to the water cooler this morning. We're talking about DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has pretty much added a 3-point game to a shot, and really, with Cousins not playing a longer game on Saturday night, Cousins has looked more for his 3-point shot. If Cousins hits a 3-point shot and starts shooting the 3-point basket, start hitting it, we all know this could be something completely dangerous going forward. But the Kings have to realize that, you know, they're going to win basketball games. They're going to need contributions from other players in the court. But if Cousins is in 3-pointers, it's going to make it a tougher time for a team to guard him, and it's going to become even more. Last story before we get out this morning is the Charlotte Hornets. A team that really right now, like I said, we talked about them earlier, have been struggling. They have not seemed to close out games as usual. The Hornets' main issue has been jump shooting. It has been 3-point shooting. Another game yesterday where they couldn't get it done. Fourth quarter shot 4-24 against the Hawks, and really a long week ahead for the Hornets. But with the good thing with Charlotte is that they play outstanding and stellar defense. So even with the bad shooting, the scoring with the great defense, they don't have to score 100 points a game to stay competitive. They can get to the mid 90s. They have a shot to win every single game. But I gotta look at Nicholas Batum as a guy going forward that has to do more for Charlotte. Now he shot the ball very well last night, 4 of 9 from the 3-point line, 16 points, eight assists, 5 rebounds. I think if Batum can start finding a shot and they can somehow get PJ Harrison to go back to the scoring mentality he had in North Carolina, the Hornets will be fine going forward. Jeremy Lin struggled yesterday, but he's been playing really well. And also want to give congratulations out to Jeremy Lamb, who's about to sign a contract extension with the Charlotte Hornets, 3 years, $21 million, to avoid him hitting the free agent market this summer. So we want to thank all of our friends and all our listeners here going through this morning on the morning tip off. Check us out again tomorrow morning. We'll go over the 7 games on the agenda from last night's games, as well as we'll go over and preview some of the games going on Tuesday night, as well as talk about a little bit about Full Court Press Radio on 96.9 The Game FM. Please subscribe to the show on Spreaker. It's very simple. It's the best. It's the best Christmas gift you can get because this is the holiday season. Because it's free. Go to Spreaker's website, which is Spreaker, which is www.spreaker.com. Type in Full Court Press Radio, Full Court Press Media. You'll be able to subscribe to Full Court Press Radio, which comes out as a podcast on Wednesday mornings, as well as you'll be able to get all the shows from the morning tip off, especially listen to them live. Put it on your Android tablet. Also put it on your Android devices, tablets, everything else, as well as do it on your iPhones. Basically, you have your on your mobile devices. You can listen to it at any point in time. Also, check out the live show tomorrow night on 96.9 The Game. Myself, Paul Myers, Mark Johnson will be talking about everything that's going on in Week 1, pretty much reviewing everything you guys missed. Also talking about some of the key stories that happened on Tuesday night, and also go over the power rankings, go over the rookie rankings. We're gonna do so many different things, and we also guys want you to call in. 407-378-3717 is the number here on the morning tip off. Give us a shout tomorrow morning. Like I said, thank you to all the sponsors, and thank you to everybody who's listening in. Also, give us feedback. Follow us at NBA FCP Radio on Twitter, as well as my personal handle, which is NBA DT29. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow morning on the morning tip off here on Spreaker. Like I said, have a great Monday. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the basketball.